Okay, can I have your attention back up here? Okay, page 125 of your student journal, problems 16 through 21. The piece that we didn't cover the other day was finding a specific term of a sequence. So there's a formula that we use. It's a sub n. So when we want to find the nth term of a sequence, we use the formula a sub n is equal to the first term, which we call a sub 1, plus the term we're trying to find, the number of the term we're trying to find, minus 1 times the difference, the common difference. Okay? It's page 125. All right, so write that formula down. You're going to utilize that today. We're going through these. So what I'd like you to do on number 16 and number 17, I want you to identify as many of these variables as you can. A sub n, a sub 1, n, and d. Identify as many of them as you can on those. Okay, so a sub n. What's a sub n? What are we looking for in this one? Daisha? No? Yeah, give it a go. No? Doesn't matter. You do it. Negative 5.4 is a sub. That is a sub 1. Okay? What are we looking for? What number of term? We're looking for the 10th term. Now, how did you know that? Yes, it says find a sub 10. So we are looking for the 10th term. Therefore, n is 10. Okay? N is 10. So if we're using our formula, we write it out again. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay? So the only other thing we need to know, since we know what a sub n is, that's 10. We know a sub 1 is negative 5.4. We know what n is. What is n again? 10. And the one thing we need to know now is d. What is our common difference? We are going down 1.2 each time. Okay? So d equals negative 1.2. And now it's just doing the math. Remember, a sub 10 doesn't mean anything. It just says the 10th term. Okay? Everyone calculate it out. Figure out what you get there. All right, doing the math. What do we get right for here? 1 second. He's more than one.
I get negative 16.2 also.
Negative 16.2? Negative 16.2. Well done. So you guys, if we're actually reading through what it says up here, we didn't do the very first part just because I didn't want to confuse the situation. We're going to do it on this next problem, though. It says write an equation for the nth term. But we haven't actually done that. That means actually solve for a sub n first. Okay? So, how many got negative 16.2? Okay, that means you can use the formula. All right? Any questions on how we got to the negative 16.2? Okay, tell your neighbor how you did on it. Did you get it right? If you didn't, tell them what you did wrong. All right. Time's up. Hey, I want to go on to this problem right here. A sub n, and write it out and stay with me on this one, is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. So it's important to know what they're asking. So now that most of you can go ahead and put that in and you can calculate out your answer, it says write an equation for the nth term. In other words, pretend you don't know what a sub 10 is. Pretend you don't know what term you're looking for. That means a sub n does not become a sub 10. It just stays a sub n. So the nth term is going to be equal to, well, we still know a sub 1. We can use that. That's 43. We're pretending we don't know n for a minute, so this is for any term. Do we know the difference? Yep, it's going down 5 every time. Okay, so if we're actually writing an equation for the nth term, what we're going to do is we're going to solve for a sub n. We're going to simplify this entire side. So when I multiply that in, I get negative 1 times negative 5, which is positive 5. And negative 5 times n is negative 5n. And then we have our 43 still. So this whole thing becomes a sub n is equal to
48 minus 5n, right?
yeah, or negative 5n plus 48. That is solving or writing the equation for the nth term. The benefit of doing that, now it's easy to graph it. It's a linear equation. You can graph that now, just like you did the other night. Okay? And then find a sub 10, which means all we're doing now is plugging in 10 for n. So it's just plugging in 10 at a different time. So a sub 10, the 10th term, is equal to negative 50 plus 48, or negative 2. Okay? Everyone rate yourselves 1 to 5. 18. Yes, Sarah. Question? I'll come over and talk to you about it. Okay? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, your assignment. Take a look at the worksheet you had yesterday. Practice A. You need to finish practice A front and back. And then we are going to, I'll have another page you're going to be working on as well. All right?